Alright, what's up YouTube? This is my first video. I'm going to show you how to change out the expansion tank on the BMW 325 Ci. It's what they call the E46 model. I'll give you a quick walk around the vehicle and you can kind of see what I'm using, the tools I'm using. I'll lay all that out for you. I'm using a 3 Series Bentley service manual and pretty basic tools, and we'll see if we can get it done. Alright, I've already removed the plastic shielding underneath the front of the motor to do another repair. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you underneath this front driver side where the drain plug is for the radiator. Bear with me, it's probably low light, but it's this blue screw right here. I guess we will take it all the way out here. Alright, I'm going to videotape this the best I can. Unfortunately, this camera is only made for right-handed cameramen, so my left hand's got the screwdriver. But we basically got to take off this airbox. That's going to be loosening up these two bolts and snapping this off here. Just a little plastic clip. Oops, sorry about that. They just pop right up like that. That's how you know she's unplugged. Very simple. For this guy, it's a 10mm socket. Just loosen these up. Alright, I recommend putting all your nuts and bolts in a safe place where they won't get lost. I'm going to use our flathead screwdriver to loosen up this hose clamp here in the back. Over to the top. Loosen up enough there. There's a small rubber grommet that hooks in here. And there's your airbox removed. There's some small clips. Let's see if we can get them on here. They pop out real easy. You just get a screwdriver underneath them and lift them up. And you don't have to take them out all the way. And I'll show you, there's one more hose at the bottom. It's got a clip. And that's this guy. Right there. You see the clip in the back. See if I can prop my, and of course I didn't get it on film, but there's the clip popped up. To remove these hoses, it's pretty simple. You just kind of grab them, just shake them a little bit as you pull them back, and the hose comes right off. No water drained, so we already drained it. Now I'm looking at the back side of the top of the expansion tank. We have two clips. I don't know if you can see, one's right here on the smaller hose and one's right here on the larger one. We already popped that one. Alright, that guy's popped. Alright, this guy, removing him is a little bit stiff, so I used my screwdriver and I pried it right here on this guy just to pop that out, just like that. That removes your upper hoses, upper radiator hoses, and that's the hose that goes to your thermostat. Alright, now we're going to come underneath the car and take a look at what we got to do down here. Just to give myself some more room to work, I'm going to move this ducting out of the way. It just pulls right off. One thing that is very important is there's a switch up here, or down here I should say. That's your temperature sensor. You can see that guy right here. If I can zoom in, that's the guy. We got to make sure we unplug that before we yank out the expansion tank. Just get that out of there. I want to make sure that you guys can see what we're working with here. There. But we just need to remove this hose right here. Alright, looking from the top, it looks like our clip is definitely on the top of that hose. There we go. That's your hose right there that we got to remove. Alright, very carefully from underneath here, I'm going to unhook the temperature sensor. Hope y'all can see that. Alright. I just had a way to make this light stay. Like so. Come in here and just on the back of the plug there's a clip. You just squeeze it and pull, and then it's removed. I'm going to take off this lower hose. Alright, something very important I don't want you guys to forget about is this coolant temperature sensor. That white plug right there. We've removed the electrical connection. Now we're going to just twist the plug clockwise. If I can get a good shot here on my hands, we're going to just pull the plug right out. This is an expensive guy. Yeah, really we don't want to break it unless we have to, so we're just going to pull this guy out. Alright, we got the temperature sensor out and we got the lower radiator hose removed. I actually used my flathead screwdriver and just pried it out. It was a little stubborn and a little bit easier. You just put a little leverage on it, came right out. Now the hard part, they say, this is the funny part, is you're actually just supposed to yank this up. I forgot to tell you about a clip on the bottom. I'm going to get in there, show you where it's at. Alright, it's this clip right there. And all you do is just pry it out that way. She's already pried out now. And we should just be able to pull right up on it and have it come out. Alright. Since this is my first time doing the repair, what I actually did is I removed this clip. This is the guy on the bottom that holds the expansion tank in the car. And I believe there's just one clip. And we're going to try this one more time. Ugh. Yeah, I felt one of them come loose. Ugh. There's the other one. You hear a little snap. Pretty much means you got it. And there's all the trouble right there. Not a very easy guy to take out. And I just hope this is where my leak was coming from. Alright, I'm going to show you guys. This is definitely the problem. There's a small seam on the side of this, and as you can see, if you just push up on this guy, you see the actual crack right here. And that little split is where the water was spraying out. And these I just recommend original BMW parts. My local BMW Northwest dealer, I paid 115 bucks. They give you ask them for a 10% discount. They'll always give it to you. Stuff like this, I recommend original stuff. You don't know the quality of aftermarket or if it's going to fit. Something that needs to fit and so important to your car, I just recommend, you know, original equipment. Alright, before I put the new one in, I just want to show you guys important. There's a small lip right here. You have to make sure that that goes into the guide, and also this tab right here. From other people's experiences, I've heard that if you have a hard time, it's easier to lube this up with a little bit of lithium grease or something. I'm going to just stick it in, shove it, lock it in. But just make sure that this tab is where it needs to be when you push in these bottom hose connections. Alright, I should have been recording that for you. Basically just one hand to pry the hose out of the way, slip it down in there, make sure that that little finger is where it's supposed to be in the back, and I just kind of just push down on it and make sure that it seats in there like that. Should be here a nice clip. And I can see that it's the top clip is locked in there where it needs to be. And then the rest of the install process is just the same as we took it off. These hoses are really simple. They just push on like that. You hear a click, and that's the wire that we pried up. So that's how you know you got them on there all the way. Worked out really good for me. I can see where my problem was, and I can see that this is going to fix it. The last part we got to put in is this guy. There's a small groove that needs to line up. That's the only real thing you got to watch for. Once you get that front lip in, that front lip, the rest of this just slides in pretty easily. You're going to want to use your flashlight. Make sure that you're not pinching any of your headlight wires in there. I've got the Depot Angel Eye light set up, so I've got a couple extra wires in there to watch out for. The little groove the bottom's got to go into also, and you know when you got it. Your holes right here will just line right up. Make sure you clip your rubber grommet back on there. Slip that guy back in there. You see she's in there right when you have a little bit of play. You just see she's riding right. There's rubber grommet. These don't need to be very tight. Make sure our MAP sensor plugs back in. And this wire, you can see that it just went over the top of that pipe. Push her in, push the clip down. Now your mass airflow sensor is connected. Alright, we're going to lower her down and go ahead and mix our BMW antifreeze. Again, I like to use original BMW stuff. This is a 50-50 ratio. It's easiest to dump in 1 gallon of this and fill it up with water and dump in a gallon of that. And I mix the other one up in this jug to 50-50, and then I'll top it off with that since I didn't take out the freeze plug in the bottom or the drain plug, the main water drain plug. It's not going to quite take a full 2 gallons. Alright, I'm not sure if you guys have filled your radiators before from empty, but simple procedure. You just want to make sure you turn the key on and make sure that the temperature is set to full hot, and your vents, basically your heat's on, and make sure the ignition key is on. You hear the fan blowing. That opens up your heater valves to allow all the water to flow through so you can fully fill that up. The other thing you need to know is this, right here there's a bleeder screw, just like the drain screw. Just go ahead and loosen that up. You're going to fill your radiator up until the coolant starts flowing through that bleeder screw, then tighten that bleeder screw while the car is running. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Put the cap back on and check for leaks, and you just saved yourself a ton of money. And by the way, thanks for watching my YouTube videos. It's my first video, so any comments or questions are appreciated. Alright, thanks guys. Have a good day.